All right, I think that is it. We're officially actually streaming this time. This is further proof that lighting guys should not be involved in video whatsoever. Sorry about that. I've been talking to the camera for like 10 minutes, and I forgot to actually. So all the stream was all set up properly. The stream key was right. All the camera stuff was right. I just forgot to hit the little button in YouTube that says go live. Because it says like stream status good. There's like a little pop up that says good with like green little bars and a little counter and everything. So I'm sorry about that. Sorry about the delay. I'm an idiot. Anyways, the whole reason why we're here today, the MA3, I got all my MA3 gear on. You can see, all geeked out. Welcome to the chat. Say hello to everybody. I've been talking to you guys this whole time. So I'm not going to go through and do it again. But thank you all for coming. We're going to be spending probably like 2 hours just kind of going over the beta software on the MA3. We've got an MA3 Light graciously provided to us by Christie Lites Seattle. Really kind of them to let me use this, and I really appreciate that they did that. I'm going to take a few minutes and finish setting up this second camera. You see the one on the tripod here. It's been giving me a little bit of grief, but hopefully we'll be able to get it up and running. So just give me a few more minutes, and we will be off and running. A few disclaimers before we really get started. First of all, I don't have any sort of inside information on MA. As much as people might like think that I do, I really don't. Anything that I say in this video about features or anything related to the console is just purely speculation from a user's standpoint. We're going to talk about things that I like, things that I don't like, and maybe some upcoming features. Stream status, bad. Why does it say bad? Why do you say bad? Variable stream resolution. Okay, does everybody see and hear me properly? I want to see what kind of delay we're working with here. Hello from Dallas. Hello from Seattle area. Not actually Seattle. Pretty close though. What's good, guys? Solid bit rate. Okay, cool. It says stream status bad. Okay. All good from Dubai. Oh, wow. We made it all the way halfway across the world to Dubai. That's pretty cool. Okay, and just so you guys know, this stream will be recorded and uploaded as soon as it is over. So if you need to duck out or you can't make it for the whole length of the stream, no worries. It'll be up for everyone to view later, and I think the chat will be as well. Indeed, hello from Las Vegas, Netherlands. Hello from Austria, Sweden. Everything good? Okay, you can hear me. Hi from Israel, hi from Holland, hi from Sweden. About a 10-second delay. Okay. Loud and clear from Denmark. Hey from Mexico, hey from Singapore. Slovenia, haven't seen that one before. Peru. Where else? We have some other weird countries. Don't make them up. Don't make up that you're from some country just to sound cool in the chat. Anyways, yeah, thanks for coming to the stream, guys. This is my, I guess, first video back on YouTube since I've been on tour. Just got back, I think, last week. Everything was great. I actually got to use one of the MA3 lights in Chicago and Detroit, thanks to JR Lighting. They just kind of gave it to me. We didn't really use it since we toured with two consoles anyways, but it was fun to take pictures of. That's pretty much all I used it for. Poland. Shenzhen. I was just in Shanghai a couple months ago. Arkansas. Joe Cole is from Arkansas. What's up? Hey from my mom's house. Say hi to her for me. Good old England. Yeah, I miss England. Cool. All right. Well, let me see if this other camera is still working or not. Okay, it is not. Let me restart it. I'm gonna restart the camera. Video image is mirrored. Okay, I think we can fix that. I don't care too much about that. It's just a, webcam. And if you're watching this after it's been streamed, there will be a little table of contents / index kind of thing where you don't have to listen to me ramble about all this stuff. You can just go down below and go directly to what you want to see. So we're going to be talking about all the things that we can discover in that console. I really don't know much. I've only spent like maybe 30 minutes on it total. So it'll be kind of fun to figure it out together. Video capture device. Logitech. Okay, I'm not too worried about the mirrored thing. Will I ever come to Chicago? I've been to Chicago very recently. A couple weeks ago. Okay, yeah, I think I'm just gonna end up using the webcam. Did I go to school for this at all? No, not at all. Never. This is really strange. I cannot. audio now? That's strange. Weird. Okay, so you guys can hear me. Here comes the gap. So, okay, this is really weird. As soon as I disconnected my main mic, you guys don't really want to see what I had to do here, but I'm going to show you anyways. I ended up gaffing this mic. It's the stupidest thing I've ever done, but it works. So let's see if we can actually get this to work properly. Super sorry about that, but this is the way I wanted it to work originally. There's some audio driver conflicts. Who would have guessed that? All right. Cool. So now we can actually get started. Sorry about that. Let's see. This should be a good view. And last but not least, you pull up the chat window over here. Yeah, so I'm actually wearing a lav mic and sitting right here. So, yeah, I'm going to pull up a chat window over here on my laptop so that I can see what you guys are saying, and we'll kind of go through it. One thing people keep asking me is, when is the On PC coming out? And the truth is, I don't know. I don't have any secret information. MA is a pretty secretive company for a good reason. It's a very, very small niche market, and yeah, they're not really going to reveal a whole lot of information until the time is ready. But the newest information we have from distributors is that On PC will be probably sometime mid 2019. So look for, summer. You're not going to be running festivals on MA3 on PC, let's just put it that way. Okay, cool. Now I got the chat up and it's fully popped out. So first things first, actually, this before we get started here, it took me almost, and I'm not proud to admit this, it took me almost like 5 or 6 minutes to figure out how to power this on the first time that I used one. Parker Shore, he was my lighting tech on last tour with Lewis the Child. He was the one who figured it out. So there is a little hidden recessed, actually let me just show you, this is pretty funny. There is, I would say, a microscopic recessed power button here. And after you turn on the power on the back, you have to click this little guy, which honestly it was not super easy to find on the first try. Alright, I'll put this back. Autofocus, there we go, that's good. The console starts up a lot faster than the 2s, and also the 1. Okay, so it prompts you want to start in 2 mode or 3 mode. Any sane person, if they're actually using this on a show, would select Grandma 2 mode, but since we're checking out the new 3 software, might as well check out 3. I updated this last night. It's version 0.9 something. I don't know. Yeah, version 0.9. So I'll go ahead and agree that this is a stupid idea to use this on a real show. And here we have MA3. This is the show file I kind of started working on. There's not really a whole lot to it right now. I just kind of was looking at copying my existing MA2 show file. But this is all just for experimentation. Turn the gain up. Maybe it is just using the, oh, you're right, it is using that mic. 1 second. It shouldn't be. Well, that's lame. Let me try something else. Worst case, we'll just have the normal audio. I'm wearing a lav mic that's apparently not working. Let's try something else. Oh, I know why. Because I'm an idiot. That's why. So what we'll do... I know. Everybody unsubscribe. Unprofessional. I never claimed to be a video guy. Did that work? I don't think that worked. Okay, that should be better audio, maybe? Yeah, I think this is better now. I'm using the shotgun mic now. Real pro status. All right, we're only 35 minutes late. Loud and clear. Okay, awesome. I don't want to admit this, just like I didn't want to admit that I didn't hit the go live button, but I I plugged the microphone, I plugged the microphone into the headphone jack on the camera. So let's get started with MA. All right, yeah, let's do it. A lot of white noise. I think you're trolling me. Good sound, now we only need to see the screen. So here's the problem with seeing the screens. There's no on PC available, and as a result, I cannot screen capture really any of this and have this camera running because if I were to use the display port out, then I couldn't have this camera, as much trouble as it's given us so far. Yeah, that's why. So hopefully this will be decent enough. And I'm also recording this in 4K. So even though the stream right now is in like 720p or whatever, later the video will be in full 4K. So no worries, it'll be fine. Okay, let's talk about what you guys want to talk about. Do we have any questions right off the bat? Okay, how do the new features, light up faders and extra screens, etc., integrated into MA2 mode? So if you haven't seen, let's actually just load an MA2 show file real quick. I know we said we weren't going to spend too much or any time on MA2, but I might as well at least show you what MA2 mode looks like. And it's actually kind of annoying to use. I used MA2 mode for a while on one of my shows, and it's actually really hard with the muscle memory of everything to keep it straight in my head. Because all, you know, the function and there's in MA there's like two types. There's like objects and functions. So it's like verbs and nouns in any other language, and they were grouped kind of by nouns and verbs on the console, but now they're kind of like scattered all over. So it's a little difficult sometimes to. Let's just put it this way: if you were to use an MA3 and MA2 mode, and you're really experienced with MA2, then it's probably going to take you at least a couple hours to even get some sort of muscle memory. So so this is how they kind of deal with the MA2. If the backup button is now hidden under menu, or excuse me, that's the menu is now set up, and backup is on the screen. So it's just kind of, they're using the screen a lot more for things that we used to use hard keys for before. So if we go back up and we'll load our last show from the last tour. So you can see, it's not that much different than MA2. But in addition to all of our hard keys in their new locations, there is a touch screen that is dedicated to the old layout, which I will show you. Get this off of the tripod. Yeah, so this is entirely dedicated to the MA2 way of doing things. Same thing with these encoders. The inside and the outside work as one, like the old encoders, and then this is your screen encoder. There is no screen encoder, as far as I know, for screen 2 like there would be normally. So there's a few little differences. The screens here are a lot smaller. You don't have access to certain executors because we only have 16 button executors here. But you do have some cool stuff on the screen. You have an actual command line feedback bar rather than just the command line. And you have your first, I guess, 24 macros. I don't know if that changes a page. I don't think, yeah, it's just always going to be your first 24 macros, I think. That's kind of cool. Anyways, that's not what we're here about. That's what MA3 or MA2 looks like on an MA3. Let's boot back into MA3. Is there a macro with which one can insert groups into effects? Yes, there is. While we wait for MA3 to boot up, that macro goes something like this. Kind of doing this off of memory, so forgive me. But basically what you do is you select a group, select your fixtures that you want to store into that group, and you're going to store effect x.y, or excuse me, store effect 1.x.y / overwrite, where x is the number of your pool item for the effect, and then y is the line of the effect. So you can actually do different selections for different lines of the effect. And if you want it for all lines of the effect, then use an asterisk, because that's the wild card. So if I had an effect that was like a sine wave or whatever, I would just say, I would select like spot group. Effects don't exist in MA3, by the way. I'm just using this as an example. Store effect 1.32 asterisk /o for /overwrite, and that would make that selection. Yeah, okay, so while we're talking about effects, we might as well talk about phasers, right? Why are there two MA buttons? I haven't figured that one out. Yeah, so there are two MA buttons. One is in this like center X key area, and then another is in the traditional spot over by the numpad. So I think what they're going for here is to like have your thumb be the main I guess digit for this MA key, and then being able to like quickly. I'm not exactly sure what the philosophy is here, but all I know is I'm pretty sure MA spent a lot of time and money researching the best layout for buttons, and things changed from MA1 to MA2, so they were bound to change from MA2 to MA3, and I think, I don't know, like I said, it's hard to get used to right now, but I have a feeling that this will be a lot more intuitive once we're all up and running with it. Yeah, it's basically a shift key for the X keys, exactly. So all of these 16 X keys also have a kind of like secondary function or primary function, I guess, and then X key would be the second function. So like on MA, it's the difference between going to like list and user. So you can either have like macros assigned here or playbacks assigned, or you can use them for their second functions, which it looks like. Yeah, so if you, I'll pull up a command line feedback. So if I hit MA DMX, that's the shortcut for DMX address. So I could do DMX address 1.52 at 100, please. And that'll put DMX address universe 1 address 52 at a value of 100. So I think if we open up a DMX sheet, this is the other thing that's hard to get used to, is multi-touch windows. It's very strange. So it looks like that did not work. Let's see DMX. Yeah, so here's the thing about buying the MA3. There's a lot more to think about than just the increased cost, because this console costs about, you'd have to talk to your distributor because it changes based off of your region. It costs about the same as if you were to buy a brand new MA2 and an MA2 NPU. And the reason is because you're actually getting more parameters unlocked from every desk now. So it is actually pretty advantageous to buy the MA3 rather than a used MA2 right now. And that's kind of the trouble I'm in. I'm thinking about buying a console, and the option is either buy an MA2 now for a pretty decent price, and I can get one like in a couple weeks, or I can gamble and try to buy an MA3 and get basically a free NPU out of it and all the new hardware and software. So it's kind of a weird decision to make. Yeah, so the multi-touch is a little weird for me because I'm used to having an encoder to scroll, but that's just something I'll have to get over. And right now I don't know if it has any other gestures other than just, I think it's just 2-finger gestures for right now. But that works on a lot of different things. So for example, if I pull up, this is a cool part. I'm actually going to zoom in and show you guys this. See if I can go into crop mode. I cannot. So one of the cool things about the multi-touch is now instead of having a lot of like back and forth between the screen and the console, or between the button interface and the console screen, is you can now swipe to do things like label. So if you swipe release, now you have a label, and I can say, okay, this is red. It's kind of in its, I guess, early stages of functionality, but for example, I would like, right now, you have to swipe and then land on the button that you want to do. So label is up here, store, edit, and assign. Delete is over here, move, copy. I would just like it to be where I just swipe up to label, or swipe over to delete, or swipe this way to store. Because right now you kind of have to swipe and then come back, hit label. The label is blue. While we're in the label section here, I'll show you. We also have these scribble strips, which is another Avo type thing. So I can type in here and be like, okay, this is blue. Hit apply, and for some reason it doesn't work. That's awesome. I'm not sure why, but I think it might work with other things. Let's see. For assign. Yeah, gesture control is a pretty good feature in MA3. If you have an MA2 show file, what is the process of turning it into MA3? I believe there will be a conversion at some point, but right now you can't do it. I kind of went through and just kind of made a basic show file that just does some really simple things just to play around with the software, but there's not really a way to convert MA3 or MA2 to MA3 right now, and that's okay. That'll come in time, but the thing is, like, effects and phasers are totally different. Effects don't really exist in this console. They do, but you got to think about it like this. An MA2 effect is just a high and a low value. So you go from, like, if you have a dimmer effect, it's like 0 to 100. In MA, you can take as many steps as you want in between that, and then cycle that. So think of a single phase. Let me zoom out over here. So a one phase cue would be just like a value, right? So like storing your lights at 100, for example. Let's just do that. So if we grab all of our spot and beam, put them at full, that's phase one. Okay, that's just like a value. So your normal programming, if you're used to using values, doesn't really change a whole lot, and you won't have to worry about it. It's really just as easy as that. But when it comes to effects, then you have to start worrying about phases. So effects are really just two phase cues, right? Two phase sequences, whatever you want to say. You have a high and a low value, but now we can add up to, I think it's 255 phases. So you can have, instead of 0 or like between red and yellow, you could go red, blue, yellow, and then cycle back down to yellow, and then go the opposite way, and then cycle that. So that's the real difference between phasers and effects. Looking cool, but like a big change we'll have to get used to. Totally agree. What's the use of the screens below the encoders? These guys? These are like the original command screens. Let me see here. Let's get the camera a little closer. Okay, hopefully you guys can see that a little bit better. We'll talk a little bit about the encoder, or sorry, the command screens. We've got screens 1 and 2. I'm not sure if they're actually called command screens on MA3, but it's pretty much what it was called on the MA2. These are multi-touch, I believe. All of them are multi-touch, but I'm trying to figure out on that. Yeah, so you can operate multiple features at once. But let's use an example here. If I grab all of my spot fixtures, which are Mythos, I believe. This is what I'm showing you here on the screen. Is it's a depiction of the 100% of visible light on the outside, right? And this triangle on the inside is the colors that the particular set of fixtures that you have selected can reproduce. This is not fully featured yet. This is more like a demo more than anything. But this will be a very, very good feature in the future because right now when you go to grab a bunch of lights that either have different mixing engines, be it additive or subtractive, so if you have LED lights that use RGB, lime, magenta, whatever all the like random chipsets are, and then you have like a discharge lamp that uses subtractive filters or flags to get the color, then you'll be able to grab them at the same time and theoretically using the new general device type file format, then you'll be able to just grab them all and they'll all be the same color, pretty close-ish. So this is kind of a future thing where we're hoping that this will kind of take some of the pain out of doing colors and having to spend a lot of time with it. But this whole concept kind of relies on having a bunch of manufacturers who are able to provide the specifications exactly for their lights, and yeah, we'll see how that works out. So let's kind of do a little bit of a button overview here while we're here. Because things have changed significantly. Hope you guys can see that decently well. So like we said, we got two MA buttons now. I believe they both function the same. Yep, they do. So let's just kind of go through it here. The numpad is normal as usual, but this whole section over here is actually kind of nice now that I've used it a little bit. I wish the escape button was over by edit. I wish the escape button was like here. Clear and full are nice right here. I do like that. Right by the color or by the dimmer wheel. Are the top screens on motors, or do you have to force them up? You have to force them up. I'll show you how much force it takes in a minute. We'll make some paninis. Just hang tight. Yeah, the MA3 on PC Mac version will do everything the normal software does except the ability to output parameters. Yep, that's right. Actually, yeah, I'm not sure. That's a good question, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I'm not sure if it's just parameter licensing that is not allowed or if it's any output of protocols. I'm pretty sure it's just parameters that aren't output by MA3 on Mac. I don't know what it's actually going to be called. So yeah, escape button over here. I don't particularly like that. I like full and clear over here. It's pretty cool. Oops is fine, whatever. I don't make mistakes, so why would I ever need to use that button? Assign being here is alright. Assign, edit, update. These three I use a lot, so it makes sense for it all to be here. Time, cue, sequence, preset. I think what they're going for here is most of our most used objects, so fixtures, channels, groups, and then being able to double tap some of these to access the more useful features. So for world, it's the same on MA2, hit group twice,
and that populates world in the command line. All sorts of other stuff. Queues, parts, none of that has changed. So yeah, most used object buttons here. Time button I feel like is just kind of placed here. I don't really use time button that much. I usually just will do it in a queue list after I've made a queue. And then moving on from there, if we go up just a little bit, these are, I don't know, I feel like this set of buttons is the most out of place. So we've got on, off, move, copy, delete, align, stomp, help, select, and go to. So this is like half of the useful action buttons from before. So the most useful ones, I would say, being top, temp, go, plus, go minus, pause, learn. You know, these 6 buttons down here are probably the most commonly used assignment or function buttons. So like I said, we've got pause, go back, go forward, learn, go back fast, and go forward fast. If you didn't know what those are like these buttons with the 3 carrots. Let's see if you can see it here. The 3 arrows backwards and the 3 arrows forwards. Those are for if you're programming and you want to just see your different queues through your queue list without the fade and delay timings involved. So just goes to the next queue, goes to the next queue. I know if you're like a theater programmer or if you do a lot of shows where there's long queue fades, this is useful for bypassing those fades while you're just going through the looks to make sure your programming is right. We've also got, as secondary functions, rate 1, black, flash, temp, top, and fix. So, I mean, I don't know. I feel like align is out of place here. I feel like align should be over with the next and previous buttons. I don't really know. How do you guys want to say hi to Nala? I'm babysitting today. This will be a quick little detour, I promise. Nala, come here. Come here. This is Nala. Say hi to everybody. No? Too shy? You're a good pup. Get caught up. Oh, now she wants to stay. Okay, great. Alright, so what were we talking about? Button layout. Page up and page down, that's pretty much the same. No big changes there. X keys, I'm not sure what this button does yet. I'm assuming this is a lot like list, like we had before. We no longer have the background key, so that's good, moving forward. Blind, preview, freeze, solo, highlight. I feel like these are like way too far on the left side of the command area. I know that I'm popping in and out of, I don't know, I'm just not sure, because I understand that the previous and next and set, up, down, all that is here, and these are like grid controls for the new layout for grid selection. But I just feel like, I don't know. I guess time will tell, but, oh, does the freeze button not work? Did I freeze the freeze button, guys? That's weird. Huh. You guys see that fading out? Weird. All of these do that. So I guess toggles. That's interesting. that happen with all of these? Weird. Yeah, phasers. Let's try to... Yeah, the stomp key is good. The stomp is like probably my favorite new key addition. But, alright, someone wants to work on phasers. Let's figure out phasers, because I have not written a phaser sequence yet in my life. Oh, okay. There's our selection of lights. And I think if we do... Grab all of our fixtures. Oh, we'll zoom out so you can actually see here. So let's try to write a phaser effect like we normally would, with like a normal effect. So remember, phaser is just a two-step like effect, or an effect is a two-phaser cue. So bearing that in mind, let's grab our fixtures like that, and go to dimmer, and if we go to full, bring this guy down. Oh, that's cool. There's like a weird flashing, I don't know what that icon is. Who knows what that is? You see that? Okay, do you have audio now? Alright, do you have audio? You should have audio. F, okay, thank you. Thank you for paying respects. I'm sorry. I think I'm just gonna put this chat a little up here, closer, easier to see for me. Okay, where did we lose audio? Once again, Christian is giving a tutorial to himself. That's perfect. That's the funniest thing I've read on here. Okay, we're back. Figured it out, guys.
How's the sound? Is it still okay? I think it's a little loud. You guys gotta understand, the stream computer is like 10 feet away from me. At the Zoom, the audio was gone. Ah, when I unmounted the camera, of course. Yeah, so I don't know what that little symbol is. It's still going. But I don't know what that is. Anyways, so let's start over from scratch with this phaser thing. Because I wanted to show, someone had a question about phasers. So I figured it would be fun to make one, because I've actually, that's up until that point where I was completely muted. Yes, I bought a Mac. Sound wasn't too loud. Okay. I think I'm just gonna get a dedicated like streaming setup in here that I don't have to move. Because right now I'm literally using just my Sony gear, and I kind of hate it for this. For normal vid, MA3 ASMR tutorials with Christian Jackson. Yeah, so no effects. Let's talk about phasers once again, because I apparently muted it. So effects are just two-phase cues, right? So think about, like I said earlier, a normal cue is just like putting something at full, right? So in this case, these lights. But now we can, by clicking over here on this button over here, which I think I can show you a little better. This little 1 with the arrows next to it indicates what phase you're currently in the programmer. So now if we go over to 2 and bring our wheel down to 0, we're going to have an effect running, basically, that's on and off, like a normal sine wave. So let's pick up from there. Oh, I'm so dumb sometimes. But why the MacBook though? Gotta run. Thanks, Jonas. Thanks for coming by. It'll be uploaded again, like I said earlier. Okay, so now if we do blue in this phase as well, and then we, I guess what? But does that change the blue fade or blueness as well? Or is that just color? I think color just applies to here. So now if we go to white and then blue, yeah, I'm not sure how color would get integrated in that phase thing. But honestly, I'm just pretty happy to have a normal effect running. That circle is the phaser's logo. I don't know if I believe that. Is that true? You can change the width, that's cool. It'd be cool if you could put phaser width on a fader. I don't know if you can do that though. So 50% is like a normal sine wave, I'm guessing, with the transition at 100. So transition is like the difference between a square wave, like PWM, and a sine wave. Man, okay, there's like all sorts of weird stuff in here that I don't know exactly what it's doing, but I'm using this phaser's window, I guess. So width acts just like width acted in MA2. That's good. So if you want really thin PWM, that's how you would do that. But I'm curious how you would get it to wipe in and out. Yeah, this is a lot like Avo keyframes. What's the destiny of our hoodies? I sent them all out. There are some people who their hoodies got accidentally scanned as delivered at the post office when I dropped them off, but they should be on the way. They are all sent out.
You do ramp down. I think to do ramp down, you would have to change, or you have to mess around with these acceleration, deceleration things. So let's see. "2 a.m. in Singapore, good night." But can't really do circles. You have to manually record positions. Yeah, this is beta software, guys. We're just kind of having a go at it, see what we can do. I really don't know anything about this software. I'm like, you're watching like someone who's spent maybe 30 minutes before this video using one of these. So the transition thing, this is weird to me. Okay, so there's something going on. So transition is this guy. Oh, one thing I will say that I really like, that's a new-ish thing, is this readout button right on the encoder bar. So now you can switch it to %, you can switch it to natural, or physical, I guess is what they call it, or hex. That's really cool. Because previously you would have to pull up a sheet and change the readout on the sheet to have it reflected in here in the programmer, which is kind of annoying. I have heard that you can't make a circle effects with the current version of MA3. I don't know, let's try it. So again, we'll grab our clay packing Mythos that we have in here. I was gonna actually hook up a real visualizer, but too much camera problems. Figured it'd be easier to just do it this way. Okay, let's turn these on and let's point them. I don't know why they all got activated in the programmer. That's okay. So let's see if we can figure out how to do a circle. That is not a circle. I think our speed is a little fast. So let's go divide by times 1/8, maybe. Okay, that is a tilt, my guy. Plus, I'm not sure. Let's try to figure this out. Might be easier to point them there. Focus, zoom. And let's store that to this guy. We'll hit go. Okay, so if I were to make a circle, I think I would start by putting my position. If I were using phasers, I would do the left position that I want in this phase and the down position that I want in this phase. And then I would add a phase. Whoa! Okay, so we got something going on here. Oh yeah. Guys, we're leaving symmetrical effects in 2018. From now on, only stutter step effects. Okay, so let's do this with presets, just because I feel like it'll be easier. It's harder to do it live in the programmer. Also, we do not have a mouse ball anymore, which I never wanted until literally right now. So we've got, oh, that's interesting. So if I use the interior wheel to do my pan. Also, I just realized I accidentally hit the phaser with my knuckle, and that kind of messed it up. No swearing on this channel anymore, by the way, guys. So outside is fine. Outside is fine resolution, inside is coarse. So let's make a preset window for position. Store this. And then we'll make another one that's up here. Okay. So preset 1, phaser 2. But I didn't hit release. It says release here. Okay, confirmed. You can't do circles. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, is a cosine on the tilt and then sine on the pan. Because if you remember from your physics class or your math class, that's what a circle is. So I think if we go down here, set that as phase 1, right? But here's the problem, is like, okay, this is step 1. Maybe you have to do them separately. I will make a circle. Where are the Gobo effects? Yeah, this is like a sound guy trying to learn lights right now. I have like the basic color palette and then some position presets. Pretty cool. Pretty neat. 4 steps. I don't think that. All right, let's try it. 4 steps. So we'll go like make a box out of this. So go there, that's 1. That's 2. Okay, now I can't do tilt. It won't let me tilt in phase 3. I can still pan in phase 3. Maybe because there was no data for tilt in, no, because it was activated. There are no predefined anything right now. But let's see. Maybe there is. So we'll go pools. I don't know what meshes is. Anybody have any idea what a mesh is? Because that's what just pulled up here. Meshes. Messerschmitt. Sorry for the super boring content, guys. Okay, so we got meshes. What else is new in the pools? Data pools is new. That's pretty cool. Exec config. Okay, I changed my mind. This is my new favorite feature about the MA3, is this exec config thing. So previously on the MA2, if you had like a preferred setup for your intensity faders and then like another setup, or what I mean by setup is like assignments of certain buttons. So like I always have my intensity be flash on the bottom button and then go and top. So I always, whenever I would make a new intensity sequence or whatever, you have to go through, change all the settings, so on and so forth. But now you have these configs, these exec configurations, where you can have different settings for your color buttons, different settings for your position buttons, different settings for whatever, and then you can assign them and store them and save them in here. So that's like probably my favorite thing I've discovered on my own about the MA3. I don't know what meshes is, and the help, there's no manual yet. Mesh has something CAD related. Well, let's see. See if we can do anything with meshes. So normally you just hit edit, mesh 3Ds. Okay. But I can't really do anything with it. By the way, can you guys hear those buttons? It's that good shit. Try making a layout view. Layout view doesn't really exist right now, but I will see what we can do. I think the closest thing is the 3D or the oh wait, hang on a second. What did I just see? 3D settings. Is there like a rendering? Oh, okay. So this is one of the things that's different about MA3 versus MA2 and a lot of other software. With the exception of Campsys. Campsys has a visualizer built in. This has a visualizer built in, and there's no separate MA3D software anymore. It's all just MA, as far as we know. Again, I'm not like authorized by MA or anyways, you guys know this. But so we got quality Gobo, spot quality Gobo, beam intense. Okay. So you can make it a little more realistic. Get some miscellaneous settings. Show timing, wireframe. Oh, cool. So you can actually see what kind of FPS we're getting. That's pretty neat. So this is 3D. But I want to make a scribble. Give me a scribble. Thickness. Yes. Okay, cool. So scribble does work on certain things. Yeah, Avo has capture built in. Buttons sound like your dog's tummy. Sounds so smooth. How do you allow a couple faders to be stationary regardless if you switch exact pages? That is called fix. On MA3, it's, where is it? Oh wait, it's right here. So on MA3, so what he's asking is, right now, if I were switching pages and I had different content on different pages, and I wanted, say, this dimmer to stay on this page, regardless of which page I actually flip to, use fix. The keyword is fix, so if you just do fix at, and then click, it should work. Or fix, doesn't work on MA3 right now. But if you do MA fix, really? Okay, it does work. It's just not as obvious that it's fixed. So you can see when I switch pages, it exists. I think it's just kind of funny that it doesn't really show that it's, like, am I missing something? Or yeah, it does. There's no indication that it's actually fixed on MA3 yet. Speaking of indications, I've been trying to figure out how to get these faders to change color, but we might just load up. Yeah, there's no media server, there's no VPU on MA3. I'm not sure how that's going to work with video content going forward. As far as I'm not like sure about this, but I just feel like the VPU was kind of a not very well used, or not widely used, I should say, feature. I know I never used it. How high is the FPS in 3D? Let's take a look. I think this thing has some like 1080s in it or something. I don't know. So to give you guys an idea, I'm not running anything like obviously intensive in this right now, but let me just see here. So I'm getting about 4,000 FPS according to MA. And it feels very fast. There's no sort of delay. But let's throw a Gobo in here and zoom out a little bit. See if we can kill this FPS. Okay, the FPS went up. That's great. Okay, this is one thing I don't really like right now. See if you can see this. So if I click on the encoder to bring up the window with all of the built-in features, you have to grab this little like bar over here, and you can't multi-touch scroll in this window. Okay, you should be that should be like the whole thing is multi-touch. Like, I should be able to do that. So if we throw a Gobo in here. Tap 2 or 3 times a sign and you can change the color. Yeah, appearance does not change the fader color. I tried it. I can try it again, but I just don't think it works. Okay, and then that didn't even change the Gobo. I want this Gobo. See, it didn't change it. There's all sorts of weird things with this desk right now. Like, I can go through and scroll to the Gobo, but I can't click on it. Okay, this part's cool. We're gonna go off the tripod again. Hopefully I don't mess it up again this time. Okay, this is nice to have here. So Gobo 1, you can change between your spin and your shake right in the encoder bar versus having to like go scroll to the right range. That's actually a huge help. So I like that. Like I was saying earlier, this readout here is amazing because you used to have to open up a separate window, open up a sheet, and then change the readout of the sheet to read out what was here. But now you can just kind of swipe physical and it shows you physical values. Okay, hopefully we don't lose the microphone again this time. Cool. How do you become a mod? Do the MA... Okay, this is funny. Good questioning. Good question, Anthony. The MA shortcut buttons. I tried this last night and it did some weird stuff. So MA2 minus. See, it's like... Look at what it's doing. I'm holding MA2 minus. Isn't that weird? And if I do plus, it doesn't go the other way. How do you become a mod? I don't really know, honestly. I don't know. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure what the deal is with that. I think the thing is, it changes based off of like what screen I have selected. So if I do like MA2, which normally would, see, like look at what's going on here. Is that not weird? And if I do, it only does it with, so MA2, MA4. Okay, this is really weird. It only does it with even numbers. So MA2 does it, MA4 does it, MA6
MA8. Can I make you mod? I don't know. You deserved mod? I'm just kidding. So everybody knows about the Grandmaster on the knob now. It's also on the screen. I don't really like, I feel like these touchscreens aren't as responsive as they should be. Anyways. MA4, hold up. Yeah, so none of the, as far as I can tell, none of the MA shortcut buttons work. As far as like screen brightness. Yeah, there is still a tools button, kind of. So if I clear out here, menu is where you find kind of all of your normal backup slash setup slash tools functions, but tools doesn't really exist because there wasn't really that much in there to begin with. Also, auto create does not work right now. I tried to auto create all my groups and it wouldn't let me. So menu, auto create does not work. It just like, it populates it in the command line and then it does nothing. Oh, this is nice. So I think, so you can scroll to specific lines in the command line. It's such a good sound. But I don't know if you can actually run those sections. But here's the one cool thing that I did find. Actually, I can just do it from here. Help actually pulls up not the actual manual right now, because I don't think it exists in any form or in any like published form, but we do have a much better command help in MA3. So remember, there's like a bunch of stuff that was like kind of hard to figure out in the command line because it just wasn't ever shown in the command line. It looks like, you know, like list of operators, list of layer keywords, list of basic timing keywords, list of value readout. You know, it's a lot more, I don't know, it feels a lot more tied together. So let's see what we have in here so far, because we've got object keywords. Let's see if there's anything interesting. Certificate is a new keyword. Color theme library is a new keyword. DMX mode is a new keyword. Let's just see what else is different. Fog. Geometry is a new keyword. I think some of these are the GDTF keywords. I'm trying to find some interesting ones. Mesh 3Ds. Yeah, so you can, yeah, that's something to do with the 3D. I don't know much about 3D software or meshes. Pretty much just a lighting guy. Not a video guy or a sound guy, apparently. Pyro. Okay, should be back. Last I said was Pyro. Okay, I didn't go much further. There's just a couple of things in here.
Definitely not a sound guy. We should be back though. Clearcom went down again. That's funny. All right, what else should we do? Record some cues of effects. Let's figure out if we can do this recipe thing. So let's find, what is it? Phaser recipes. It's making me hungry. Can I not? So I think you have to, I don't think there's any built-in phaser recipes yet. Like with circles and stuff. Yeah, every time the Sony stops recording, the audio stops, which I think is really kind of a weird thing to happen because the audio or the video passes through just fine. It just uncrops for a second. I have no idea. Desk lock image. This is the desk locked right now. Just pause, break, pause. But I don't think there's a way to do it. Go menu. Details. You can change like brightness of things. That's about it. Let me try to do the appearance thing. So appearance does not exist. What? It's just assign label set. If you're using Sony as a webcam, you deserve this. I've already found RDM related functions. Am I buying an MA3 console? I don't know yet. I think Christian is purposefully muting so he can talk to himself. You're right, Jacob. That is very correct. Oh, whoops. Yeah, so that's a difference too. On all of these, I guess you can actually, so here's your camera selection. This is just like an MA2. And then your modes between setup and standard. Standard is where you can interact with it for programming, and then setup allows you to move the lights within your 3D stage. Just like in MA2, not too hard. Just always hard to remember to go back into normal setup or normal standard mode. Yeah, let's try appearance manually. Okay, it says not implemented. You heard it here first. You've heard it here first, folks. So if I do appearance exec 205, it says not implemented. This is what it shows me. Again, sorry I don't have the proper screen share stuff because MA3 does not exist yet. But you can see here, not implemented. Which is kind of weird. I'm just blessed that my neighbors aren't doing the weed whacker lawnmower thing today. All right. Desk status window. Yes, there is. Time for work again. See you on the next one. Thanks, Anthony. It's not a sign. So I tried that earlier. So if I click on here, we get the assign page with appearance here. But every time I do this, it just changes the appearance of the background here. So mode, stretch bar, image. Can Can we do images on, oh my gosh, that would be so cool. I don't know if we have a images pool yet though. Let's see what we got. Images, come on. There is. Guys, we got images. You will be able to, however the current beta version doesn't really allow you to change fader backlights. Yeah, that's what I'm finding right now. So I wonder, file name, path. Oh man, I don't really feel like typing in a file name path for an image right now. But it looks like you'll be able to put images on. Oh wow, 99 cents. Thank you, Zach. The tree you can assign different function to exec key for key down, key up. Let's take a look. So right now, this key command. Oh, guys, this is cool. So this just populated a little window that says, this is like for changing what this button does. So right now it's set to go. I think, did I click on the right one? Yeah. So right now it's set to go. You could set it to like flash, which I think is kind of funny that you have to type in. Oh, you don't. I'm just dumb. You can just make this, you can make it a command though. So you can literally make this key do anything. So how cool is that? Or you can just pick from any of the built-in ones. Flash, or I suppose, could I make this shut down the console? Oh my god. Say it ain't so. Okay, maybe you can't. I gotta pull up a 3D just to see if this is... I'm gonna die if this actually works. Okay, so flash works. But what about crash me? Okay, that's not working. What's up, Peter? Thanks for stopping by the stream, homie. I don't think shutdown... Let's see if shutdown is implemented. It is. So, theoretically... I wonder if I can have that trigger a macro, though. Because right now it's not letting me do key command shutdown from there. But I think if I delete this window, let's make a macro pool. My first macro is going to be literally crashing this desk. New macro line. Crash me. Yeah, the temp function exists. So now if we set this as macro 1, maybe it'll run it. Test new object line. Maybe crash me doesn't work. Let's do shutdown. We just confirmed that works. Do macros not work? They must. Oh, I just put the name. Got it. Okay, so now you can actually name the different lines in the macros rather than doing info. So name is like info now. So let's try that macro 1. Okay, macro 1 works. Now let's see if we can reference that in key command. Oh, it's already there. Duh. Hey, it works. Yes. All right, let's try to, let's first save. Let's do a quick save. And let's change macro 1 to be crash me. / no confirm. Okay, so all right, this is kind of annoying. I keep typing the command into the name field. Crash me / no confirm. Oh, okay, we did it. We did it, guys. We made it. All right, mode 3. Cool. So that could be a very deadly macro to assign to one of your friends' show files. Oh, man. Okay, I agree. And we're back. That is so funny. All right, let's see if we can do something else. Make sure this doesn't... Okay, now it's just shut down. So that is pretty cool. You can have... So here's what it is right now. Let's see if I can get a little closer for you guys. Yeah, you can set Crash Me as a startup macro, I'm pretty sure. Okay, here's the other option though. There's an MA key modifier for each of these. I don't see a release yet, but I'm pretty sure that it'll show up in this window once release is a feature. So here we go, macro 1. Now if we do an MA key, say macro 2, so now let's do insert new object line. Can I not? Okay, there we go. So what should we do for this macro, for the MA key modifier one? I'm not entirely sure. I pull up the stream and the first thing I see is Christian crashing the desk with macros. That's right. Did I put this out on Snapchat that I was going to be doing this? We got about another hour and a half to do this. Yeah, I did put it on Snapchat. RDM functionality? I don't know. I don't think it has RDM right now. So macro 2, let's set that as maybe put the Grandmaster at 0 or something. Want to fade released. Okay, so macro 2, let's do something boring like save show. So now if I hit this, it's going to prompt me there, but if I hit MA, then it should just do save show. Yeah, and it did. Cool. So that's awesome. You can have dual assignment of any of these buttons, it looks like. And you have the option, you know, here's your key command, macro 1, macro 2. And then I'm assuming that release will be an option in here as well. I just think they're going to add more, purely speculation here, remember. I think they're just going to add more more rows here where it'll be like, okay, key release, MA key shift release, something like that. Hang on, guys. I'm just checking the audio or the video quality of the stream. I think for sure I'm probably gonna get like some real streaming equipment. Yeah, this is not motorized. This is purely purely manual, which it's kind of sketchy because it's like actually takes quite a bit of force. But I will say this: the cool part is the way this is designed. Let me zoom out here. The way this is designed, there's enough friction for you to like push the whole screen back first, get it to the position you want, and then tilt it forward wherever you want it. So it's really not, it's not too bad. Okay. What were we doing? Oh yeah, crashing the console. Oh yeah, so let's talk about patching then. Someone asked about patching. Let's first finish looking through this because I think that we might be missing something in here. So we've got our appearances. We've also got, oh, my hat's in the way. Let's see what we got in settings. So these are like the, this is the options menu for MA2 users. Auto start, auto stop. There's actually not a whole lot of stuff in here right now. Playback master, we can set that to like over here. I don't know if, what do we have here? I think you have to manually assign special masters right now. And I think, let's see. Special master, what, 4.1? Okay, let's try that. Well, so assign SM 4.1. Okay, did that work? Seems like a lot of this stuff still really isn't working. That's okay, it's beta software. Or I just don't know what I'm doing. That could be a large part of this. Like I said, this isn't really a tutorial stream. One of the things I hate most are the giant bezels. You have a lot less screen real estate than MA2. Yeah, but the screen resolution is way higher. Yeah, the bezels are huge. MA2 bezels are huge too. Not quite this big, but I agree. How do you set cues? The main difference with GDTF is that it's a unified physical standard. So it's like actually taking the real world outputs and the real world performance of things like pan tilt speed, zoom range, zoom speed, all the speeds and colors and intensity, every like physical value of the light is incorporated into GDTF, so that, you know, when I go from, if I have a Q value that starts at 0 for a pan and goes to 90, in the visualizer it'll take that exact amount of time as it would in real life. That's pretty much what it is, or how it should be. MIDI faders in MA2? I don't know yet. Probably not quite yet, if I were to guess. I haven't seen anything in here. Let's see. What else do we got? What else can we mess around with? Oh, the worst part. Okay, you guys need to shield your eyes. This is what the new clock looks like. Okay, I'm sorry I had to break it to you here. Let's see if we can do a scribble. Can we do any scribbling appearance too? Yeah. So that's your new clock. Anything different with the color picker? I talked about that earlier. Yeah, so that's a big yikes on the clock. This is what it looks like with none though, so I mean it's not awful. But yeah, it could be better. Yeah, GDTF also includes like all, yeah, can I show the phaser window? Sure. I think right now the phaser window, I'll move this. Wish I had my other lens, but I don't. Can you see that all right? Maybe I'll just take this off here. So this is the phaser window here. It's not, I don't know. I can't make much of it right now because I don't really know how it works, but it looks like, yeah, it's just like step-by-step effect programming. It's like keyframes in Avo. But thing is, I'm not sure. So it looks like this is global adjustment for the phase that you're working on, and then, or for the phases you're working on, and then this is individual phase steps. I'm not totally sure. But let's see here. So if we grab our fixtures, set them to full, and then create that new step. This is the part that's confusing though. Like, this has 2 steps in here already. I'm not sure. See, this is like the part where I really don't know anything about phases or what is going on. And there's no real like wings functionality or anything like that. But you do have like these preset references, but I'm not sure. Pool color maybe. Preset 4. Okay, so you can long press on these just like you could before. Except long press, then you have to scroll and release. So you got red, color, white. It is kind of a small screen for phasers and how powerful they're supposed to be. Which is interesting because like there's no, I can't see a way to change what is on this screen right now. But here's what I'm thinking. MA has like a demo file. Right now this is just my file that I have no idea what I'm doing on. Let's see if we can load up MA's file. See if there's anything that we can find in there. MA3 still exists. I think MA wants to be smart because they say you need minimum 2 steps, so they put 1 in already for you. That kind of makes sense. I can see that. Let's see if we can load up an actual MA file. Maybe not. I thought they had a demo show, but maybe it doesn't exist on the consoles. Bummer. Yeah, I don't see one. Well, let's see what we got with grid. So I think grid 3D window, no, selection window is what it's called. So this is not a layout view. Keep that in mind. This is a lot different than layout view. This is to be used in conjunction with MA3 a little bit better. This is like MA3 selection window. How does MIDI mapping work with MA3? I don't know. So let's see if we can figure this out. So the way we have it right now, highlight. So this kind of just shows the selection, I guess, in that order, but I don't know why it's showing up like that. So let's just try it with using the keypad. Those fixtures are 101 through 148, please. Setup. Cool. When you create a new exec button or playback window, is there a way to set a low value for low light? I don't know. Let's try it. Merge. Okay, that's cool. So we got 48 lights. I've got a group here that says all LR. I think what I want to do, I wish I could put a selection window somewhere else. Because I kind of want to keep this 3D pretty large. Selection window. It's weird that it doesn't show it as highlighted on the selection window. But anyways, selection window is kind of like, let me see if I can actually move these. Appearance, scribble, can I do it? No. Okay, here's one other thing I really don't like. When you go to when you click on MA to do options, this delete is way too big. All right, oh, I guess you can just click off to the side, so it's not that big of a deal. So I was trying to hit the little X to exit out of here, and I kept hitting delete when I was making windows earlier. But it looks like you can just click anywhere off the screen and it'll go away. I'm going to reset our video. Audio is going to go away for a second. Alright, and we should be back. Cool. So, I think to do different, so let's imagine it like this. If you had, right now we have these 20 or 48 fixtures, and I wanted to do, let's do MA3 blocks of, okay, maybe MA3 don't exist yet. Oh no, they do. Import, they don't really exist in a normal form right now. New object line, edit. Okay, come on, I just want to make it MA3. Please. New object line, insert, import. There's no, I can't import, there's no. I don't think MA3 exists yet. Because I want to, what I want to do, let's do a top view. I want to be able to set this up. Let me do it this way. If we do, I just want to select the first 12 is the problem. And I don't want to do it with the keypad, but it looks like we're going to have to do it with the keypad. 101 through 112, please. And we're going to set that up. this, position Y, put them back. Now we'll do fixture 113 through 124, please. Like this. We're just making trusses basically. Now we'll do 125 through 136. Yep. And now 137 through 148. And now we'll do front view. So now, theoretically, yeah, I don't think this has MA3. It's kind of funny, actually. I wish I could also make this stage a little bit larger. I'm not sure how to do that. So I think, actually I think there's a stages pool. Nope, there's not. There's a timecodes pool, but the clock didn't work with the timecode that I was using. Or with it didn't show up. Oh man, it's funny like how much stuff. Oh, okay, here's a cool thing I found too. If you hit delete, you can also delete window items now. I don't think you could do that in MA2. Maybe I'm completely wrong and I've been doing it wrong this whole time. I don't think that was a thing before. One second. Oh, computer's about to die, of course. So unprepared. Okay, crisis averted. Crisis averted. All right, I'm back. What were we talking about? Layouts. Oh, there's a layout. But it doesn't exist in here. Smart still exists, it looks like. Although I don't know. That doesn't look like normal smart. What else? Color picker, clock, 3D window, MA3. Oh, this is way better. Okay, MA3 does exist. So I feel bad for saying that it didn't. So let's store that view. But here's the thing, I want to do Oh man, what? Okay, so we got XB, XG, XW, X width. Man, this is not the MA3 I remember. X1. So X1, Y2 would be what? So I think you need to define. I just think it's gonna be funny looking back on this video in like 5 years, having no idea how any of this stuff worked. I'm just gonna make a new screen. I feel like, okay, this feels a little more natural for MA3. So I got all the new windows, all the new stuff. Speed mode is per loop. Position circle. See, I don't understand that. Let's just make a window like I think it should be. Oh, also you can do half tiles in MA3, or yeah, in MA3 you can do half width tiles on your windows. Which is like one of those things that I didn't even know I wanted until I had it. Oh, playback window. Wait a second. Okay. So can we do, is everything, see, I still haven't been able to find like a normal playback window. I have an MA3 here because Christie Lites so graciously let me use it. That's why. So kind of them. So I don't think there is like a button page yet that I can like click on. Let's see here. I've done basically nothing. It's weird. Did I have a built-in mic? No. Delete. Don't need it. Info window. Oh, this is interesting. Can you guys see this? So there's an info window that says referenced by and depends on. So that could actually be really, really useful. I'm guessing this is for like when you don't know where the source of data is coming from and you just want to track down where everything is stored from. That's pretty cool. What else have we got? System monitor. Okay, that's normal. We have that in MA2. System info. Cool. Oh, is focus bad? Sorry. Yeah, again, this is just a casual like stroll through MA3. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of going through everything. But this is what I was gonna show you. This is kind of cool. Info window. Referenced by and depends on. That's gonna be pretty cool for figuring out where data is coming from and going to. Sometimes it can be hard to track that down. Phaser window. Okay, I don't understand this. Maybe if we do... Yeah, there is a Lua pool, I think. Let's check. Yeah, there's a plugins. Lua plugins. Scribbles. Okay, that's cool. So I guess you can assign here. So be like, not implemented. God, everything not implemented. What should we do? Let's do. Whoa. Undo. Turn the thickness down a little bit. Like a big X. I guess you could do like positions, right? So you could do like a double fan. Apply. But it doesn't work. What? Did I not just make that? So do you... Okay, cool. So now can I apply that if I make a... is there like align wings? Let's see. So if I grab all my fixtures, 101 through 148, please. Okay, so the phaser window is kind of cool. It shows you a little dot going back and forth of the values. So I'm guessing if we do full, then phaser 2. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. I'm gonna get rid of this and this. Okay, so now we got our two phases, up and down, or we can go up to 50, or up to 100, back to 50, and then we add a new phase, back up to 100, boing, boing, it's like Pong, and then down to 0. You guys see that ping pong stuff going on? That's pretty cool. So let's put another 3D window here just so that I can show you. But we need to make it... Oh, what? Yeah, I totally messed up now. Can I oops that? Okay, I oopsed it. We're good. We good. Reset. So now if we do... transition. Okay, so this only applies to whatever phase you have selected. But how can I select more than one phase? Or is it global? I can't tell. So can we do the 0 through negative 360? Whoa. Okay, that's pretty cool. Zoom us back out. Everything you can see on here is what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything crazy down on the other side of things. Just kind of seeing what is going on here. So I think now if here's the key, I think. We need to make this selection window a little more accurate. Phase 0, that's a good one. That's a good idea. But alas, there is no phase 0. Okay, I want to try to figure out this selection window thing. So we got 101 through 148. But I want to, is there like blocks? X width. Oh, hang on a second. Oh, that's kind of cool. Not sure how I did that, but with the 12. Should be able to drag around in the selection window to create wings. Well, that's what I'm trying to... Okay, everything... Wait. Everything's right in the selection window. I didn't even do anything. Is that just because of my X width that I did? That must be it. Yeah, that's why. Okay, I thought I did something cool, but I really didn't. So now, whoa. You guys see this? The selection window is like a 2D plane in a 3D world. Do you see this? So you can see the lights in there. This is a sequence I made earlier. Just a minor flex. Look at this. So, what? Okay, selection window is a whole lot cooler than I originally thought. Okay, but the question remains, how can I like store this? Because as soon as I reset it, they go back into normal. But I just did blocks X width, so width is like blocks now. I'm still not sure. Oh man. Oh wait, can you change the rendering quality per window? I think you can. So if I go MA3 window, display 3D, point light. Yeah, so this is cool. It actually, every 3D window you generate, because I've got one over there as well, every window can have different settings. Selection window is 3D. Okay. I see you, selection window. That is so cool. I'm not sure how to use it yet. In fact, I have no clue really. But I'm assuming... This must be like voxels in Madrix. By the way, we're still getting like over 5,000 FPS. I really want to open this up, but I don't think Christie would be happy if I opened it up. I don't think they would like that too much, you guys. So anyways, I really want to figure out how to store that selection window though. Or how to, because I think like if I just try to store that as a group, it's not going to do anything. And if I clear out, then I'm kind of screwed. Yeah. use the good old oops key. What can we do? What can we do here? Because there's no more, unless I'm missing something. I don't see an align wings right now. Maybe it's, yeah, I tried storing it as a group. Yeah, I'll do a Magix tutorial. I used it on the tour and it worked really well. So I'm happy with Magix. We basically used scanning ACN to input into the MA the DMX universes that were patched already. Because I started off the tour without Magix and then I added it in later. So I had everything patched and I just had to create the virtual patch on Magix and then HTTP merge it using scanning ACN. It was pretty easy. It worked pretty well. Select all fixtures 101 through 148. So there's got to be because the selection window is literally just taking whatever I selected from my groups or from 3D, right? But all of shit. I mean, shoot. This is hard. So I wonder. Because there's, like, I think there's a grid. I remember seeing a grid type thing where you had to, this was when I was in Germany, so this was like almost a year ago. Forgive me for not remembering how to do this. Groups, images, macros, meshes. Appearance, data pools. Try web remote. Yeah, we'll do a run through of the tour show file. That's an easy video to make. Yeah, this is I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of hard to figure this out right now. It'll be funny in the future to look back at this, like I said. Let's go back to those assignment options, because those were kind of cool. Can I take this to a different screen, please? Can I, like, put this... What? Okay, that needs to change. I can't put this over there. Okay, well, I wanted to try something else too. Ooh. Okay, cool. So these are linked. So the button and the dial directly above it are linked. Those can't be separated, it looks like, as far as like having them on the same sequence. So if we have encoder, the click, it's like a temp, right? I'm guessing. Oh yeah, so it even shows it here. The square and the circle is the executor button and the executor knob dial. So left command, wow, okay, there's a ton of options. You can have yeah, no more yellow ball. No more yellow ball, but you do have encoder left commands, so you can choose what it does when it goes to the left, but like, what would that be, master? You could have that as a master. And that there's just so many options. I really like the MA shift key with command line, like whatever you want on these like macro 1 and macro 2. That's insane. That's really cool. What time is it? I probably got about 30 minutes left. Yeah, 30 minutes. Now that I made a selection grid, phasers should apply in that order. I don't think so. Yeah, web remote's an additional screen, that's right. Okay, let's try to go back to this phasers thing. It's funny, you can hear the fans speed up when I increase the output. That's funny. Cool. Oh, look at me, now I've got my muscle memory. I can actually do this stuff now. Off. Copy, move. Alright, I think we're gonna be fine. I think we're gonna be fine. So 101 through 148. So I'll just make a quick little groups page for that. Do all, overwrite, all. So even now when I do width of 12, please. So you're saying the phaser should apply over that? I guess I agree. Okay, so let's try that. So we're... Okay, that's cool. You can see it on the phaser window. So let's take it to 0. Let's go full. And then we'll add phaser to 0. And then phase. You can also click these little like nipple buttons. 0 through -360. Okay, we're back. Sorry. I'll get a dedicated like streaming setup, I think. Anyways, we figured out phases. So acceleration and deceleration. So I don't know if you guys can see this super well. Maybe, let's see. So we've got the phaser window working with the selection window. I'm actually really surprised at how easy that was. So let's make another. I'm actually going to take. How do I? Absolute value. Okay. So we're going to go up to 50. And then back up to 100. Whoa. Okay, I see what's going on. And then we'll go back down to 0. Except I don't know why it... Oh, it's because I don't have a wide enough phaser window. All right, so we got something figured out here. Let's build something else. This is working. We got something going on here, guys. So now I wonder if we can set this encoder to do something speed related for that. Okay, so we'll assign encoder as rate. Object, sequence 4, settings. That's the power of the selection window indeed. Okay, I can't really... Okay, I can't assign click stuff. Sequence 4. I might have to just move this because it's hard to do the settings on a small screen. Because now if I do assign over here, assign, gosh, it's so hard to see it. Fader would be the rate, right? So let's change that to speed. Okay, now we got speed on the fader. God, I was thinking I was gonna be like not able to do this properly. Cool, so now we got speed for that dimmer effect. We were onto something earlier for a circle with 4-step phaser. Okay, let's do that. Let's make a circle. And then we'll hit go here. No, wait, not there. Sequence 4. Let's do all, position. We'll store that. Merge. I don't need you anymore. Actually, I'm gonna take the color out, I think. So now I wonder if we do all again. Selection window is so cool. Holy cow. Look at that. Now we do our width of 12 in the wings. So now theoretically, if I highlight these and we do align, that is like align wings. Okay, we've also got a new align, which is just a slash. So normally you'd hit align 3 times, but now you need to hit align 4 times. And that's not working at all how I thought. That's okay. That's okay. So if we do 101 through 112, please. Highlight. Align, align, align. Yeah, for some reason, align isn't really working. At least not how I am used to it working. Go center. Okay. So I guess align does work now. like without even doing anything. Okay, sweet. So let's try that again with the line or with the wings. So we'll go to 12 wings. There's our selection window. I'm just blown away by this, like the fact that it's actually just a 2D plane, which I'm assuming you can have depth to. So now we'll go align once. Wow. Okay. So there's no more align groups. And then you can see the phaser window. This is cool, guys. Store, merge, clear out. Yeah, it's a built-in MA3D, except it's not called MA3D anymore. It's just MA3. Take a look at the fixture editor. Okay, yeah, maybe in a minute. I want to see if we can get a circle properly going. So if we go back to this group, back to 12, and if we make, this is going to be interesting. There's got to be a way to do a circle easily. You know what I mean? I didn't find a way to change the size of the stage. There's kind of like a cheater way to do it, which is just put fixtures away on the outside of the stage. But I don't really want to do that. Yeah, so there's no layers anymore if you don't want them to be. I'll show you that real quick, actually. So if we go into patch, everything is all in one layer if you want it to be, but there's also a layers folder, and I have a couple of different layers that I've made for this like fake show file that I'm like kind of jokingly working on, but I kind of tried to replicate my old show file. And what you do, since I imported a bunch of clone fixtures, that's what this is all just going to be. This is like all cloning for later. You can go into this layer folder, or this layer cell. Hit, I think edit, maybe, please? No, let's see. Go patch, layer, and then I think if you long press, yeah, if you long press, then you can add it to the clone layer. I'll show you a little closer here. So here's like the full patch. This has everything in it, all the fixtures that I have patched right now. Oops. And you can then go in and change which layer everything is in, and you have a separate layer window, right? So I keep all my clone stuff in the clone folder, and then the show stuff in the show folder, and I think you can use that with the actual just raw patch to be able to like filter out what you want to see. Is this too high? Should I take this down a little bit? There, that's a little better. Yeah, I'm curious because like the performance of the 3D is actually pretty exceptional as far as like graphics horsepower so far from what I've seen. Let's try to do the circle. Can't believe it's ridiculous that a circle is like something to be proud of in MA3. Keep changes, okay, yeah. Alright, or I go out of setup into standard mode, and how do I, there we go. You made it to the stream, DJ Bacon, what's up, dude? So if we go, I think it just needs to be, I'm just gonna try to make something basic here. So we'll do, that's phase 1. That's phase 2. Now if we do phase between that, we'll do like 0 through 360. Seems to not be doing it. Yeah, circles using phasers challenge 2018. You made it just in time. Okay, guys, we're getting somewhere. Oh man. Okay, the speed needs to go way down. It is kind of annoying how the phaser window like is just showing me the dimmer. I don't know what it's showing me actually right now. Repeat. So what's repeat? Off. I don't know what you are. Yeah, there's no real like waveforms anymore. I guess you can like create so like phaser recipes I think is what it's called. So you can do phaser recipes, and I think you can like store this, like, okay, store that phaser recipe. If I clear out and I call that phaser, nope. Maybe you have to do a selection first. So do all phaser recipe. No. All 12, please. Well, we got speed of dimmer. How about that? Maybe you have a linear dimmer and 0 through 360. I just don't know. Maybe you do need to make 4 points in the stage. That was a good idea. So let's do that. Let's recenter our pan. So go center pan. Okay, that's kind of annoying when I go to, so the inside encoder is for coarse, but then when I try to move the outside encoder, okay, now it's working fine. Of course. Okay, we'll do that as phaser 1. That's phaser 2. Phaser 3, let's go back to center. Oh, guys, we're getting there. Holy cow. Phaser 4. This is ridiculous. We achieved a budget rate master, that is for certain. It's pretty cool if I do say so myself. Okay, so that needs to go not that way. Let's try with presets again. I think that's the only way. Preset, position, all, center. Call that 1. Two. 3. 4. I kind of thought we might eventually get to the circle problem. I didn't know that there would be what we spent the last part of the stream working on. The first hour was spent on technical issues. The second hour was like actual MA3 things. Now, third hour is going to be circle. There are no predefined anything right now. At least not as far as I can tell. It's so funny, it says the stream status is bad. Ugh. But good news for you guys, now that I'm back from tour, I kind of want to start doing more live streams, the MA2 stuff, not necessarily MA3, because this is only on loan until I either buy one or get another one, I guess. It's really hard to decide whether or not I want to buy a 3 or a 2, just because you do get basically a free NPU worth of parameters when you buy a 3 versus a 2 of the same size. So it's like, it's really hard to ignore the value of the 3 when they can just give you free parameters, basically. It's pretty sweet. Am I doing a 3-hour stream because it's MA3? Yeah. Why not? Okay, so now we've got our presets, 2, 3, 4. So let's try to do this circle thing. So there's 1, there's 2. Come on. Really? Dude, no way. The negatives about buying the 3 are that it's really expensive. And like I've got a little bit of cash saved up, but not enough for a 3. I've got enough for a 2, but I don't know which I'm gonna buy, honestly. If I can get a 3 by mid-January, then I'll buy a 3. But I need to figure out, I need to do some accounting, figure out what's going on. MA2 full size, yeah, that's the other thing, is like that. So the money I spend on an MA3 Light, I can buy an MA2 full size and some other stuff. But it's like, I don't know. It would have been nice to like learn MA2 when it was first coming out. I don't know. Okay, phasers. This is annoying because I can't reference presets in these phaser, like, I'm just confused. Preset reference. I want this to be nothing. Why is this dimmer value thing even a thing in this phaser window? Yeah, I'm not buying the MA3 to use it in MA3 for January. I'm going to be using it in MA2 mode. I'm not, suicidal. Yeah, I think, that is definitely the good trade-off is like, it's more expensive, like probably an extra 10 grand to get an MA3. But you get a huge jump on everybody else as far as knowing all of the features. But does that really matter as far as like getting shows? I don't think so. But I will profit a lot from having an MA2. That's right. If I get a full size, then that thing can get rented out pretty much every weekend. And they rent for anywhere from $600 to, $1,800 for a weekend, just depending. Yeah, DJ Bacon. A phaser is just one step of a cue. So you see this phaser window that's going on right now. What I'm trying to do. This is like really annoying that I can't. So here's my problem. If I grab all of my fixtures, highlight them, right? We see them highlighted. And we'll just add my blocks of 12 so that we get our nice little grid here in the selection window. The problem is, in order to make phaser steps, they're like steps in an effect, kind of. So every cue starts with phase 1, which is indicated down in this corner over here. Oh, wrong way to zoom. So that's indicated down here. It's kind of like parts of an effect. If I go to 2, I have to first put in values. Okay? I've put in the values of preset position 1. Now if I go to 2, it won't put that second preset into the programmer. I don't understand what's going on. Like, I would think if I go to the next phase, maybe if I call the values or something, or extract them. That's what I don't understand. Like, I should be able to click here and it adds a new phase. Click here, adds a new phase, but it doesn't. I'm stuck. I don't know if it's beta errors or if it's just me not understanding, and that's the problem, is like I can't really know until, yeah, I tried calling it, it's like it doesn't work. So maybe if I call preset, they don't even, it's not even by the numbers anymore, it's preset. Yeah, not implemented. It's the bane of my existence. In fact, I'm going to take a photo of that. That's like the definition. Not implemented. No, it was working with positions earlier. Not implemented. Classic. So I think what I can do. God, yeah, this is like impossible to work with right now, which is fine. Like, I get that it's beta software. Okay, so there's our 2 phases. You dig? Back and forth, back and forth. Now, if I want to add, this is the scary part. If I want to add tilt, wait a second. Oh my gosh, did we just do it? Wait. Okay, hold on. Phase. Now if we do 180 through 540, what's up? What's up, YouTube? What's up, gamers? All right, we got the circle. Landmark day. This is a red letter day, ladies and gentlemen. GG. Okay, nobody touch anything. I don't know how it happened. Do I actually know what I did, though? Does that matter? You say that like it matters. Okay, so we got our speed, we got our sequence, we can turn highlight off. Alright. Merge. Oh, shit. I mean, shoot. Okay, it's not really a circle anymore. Wait, okay, let's oops out of this. Achievement unlocked, getting circle. Alright, let's see if we can do it again. Once is a fluke. If we can repeat it, I'm going to turn my ISO up a little bit here. Oh, we're just about to switch over. Hang on. I'm going to restart the camera. Okay. Circle was made. Let's do it again. Alright. We're going to grab all of our lights and then do a width of 12. Okay. We're there. We're going to go to position 1. Now we're going to go... Sorry, my neighbor's kids are yelling outside. Okay, so we got step 1 of our phase. Now, if we do... See, this, it just jumps to like negative 270. I don't understand that. So go 45 degrees each way. How about that? Yeah, no guys, I definitely know how to make circles on MA3. Who doesn't know how to make circles on MA3? Duh. Okay, so there's highlight. Okay, so we're going back and forth. Maybe I should make this into a beam mode. Oh, let's see if blind edit works. So hold down blind. Wait. Okay, we're good. Blind edit doesn't work yet. Okay. Yeah, the tapping on the screen is loud, not in person. It's just because the microphone's literally attached to the camera. Yeah, we just had two phasers. So we're in 1, now let's go to 2. You know, I don't really believe that this is an actual circle, but we can do the acceleration thing and make it not so linear. So here's the thing. Okay, cosine. 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 So let's see. Then I just did phase. 0 through 360. And then I offset the tilt to be 180 through 540. So that looks like the camera's focusing on my finger. What's blinking on the pan tilt preset? Yeah, I don't know. I think it's showing that it's in a phaser or something. I really don't know. So I mean, that is not really a circle. Although it kind of is. I don't know. Is that not kind of a circle? Circle Effect has joined the chat. Let me try. So here's the thing that I don't really like about phases is every time I go to like change the base position of something, then I'm just adding to a phase right now. So I can't point this at the back wall and see what it's actually doing unless I first store. So yeah, this is the part I don't like. So it needs to be relative. Like all of this has to be relative. So if I store this, merge it. See, then it just goes back to this. I don't get that. Makes no sense. I'm sure it does make sense, and I just don't know. It's like this just looks like trash. I'm pretty sure that first one I made was a circle though. Oh wait. So I think one of these has to be linear. Alright, let's go back. Let's just zero everything out. Zero it out. So we should have, yeah, kind of a slanted angle. MA3 on PC isn't going to be out until like mid 2019, so we got a while. Yeah, so the only real way to play with the MA3 software is with a console. And I'm really just kind of making this video because nobody else really gets a chance to mess around with it. It's kind of hard to get a hold of one. So I figured it would be nice for everybody to watch me mess around with it and ask questions and all that fun stuff. See, like, this is confusing because phaser window is supposed to show me all the phases, but I just added a third phase and it's not showing up. Maybe we try from scratch again, turn this off. All. Yeah, I'm sure the predefined effects will exist eventually, but now is a good time to kind of figure out how the engine works without the crutch of predefined effects, you know? So we'll go because maybe I just need to make 2 corners of the circle. Let's point it at the back wall. So I'll make corner 1 of the circle. Then we'll add phase 2. See, this is what I hate. It like automatically flips back to, it should start from here. It should start from where I just was when I go to rotate it. So I'm just going to type in 45, go back to phase 1, type in negative 45. Boom. Okay, so they're balancing that way, right? That makes sense. Yeah, we'll take a look at the fixture editor, and I have to go pretty soon, unfortunately. So we've got those two. Now if we add in tilt to phase 2, but I'm first going to type in 41. Okay, so now we kind of have like a diamond shape. So this is where I'm wondering if the acceleration, check my Twitter to be blessed. This is going to be a dab thing, isn't it? I'll check it. I gotta get in the car pretty soon here. So if we do phase of, actually let's just work on the acceleration. And then maybe the deceleration is linear as well. Cosine, 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 cosine. So I feel like we're kind of close, but transition. I'm gonna try, just for the heck of it, I'm gonna try 75 in these. And then phase, it should be 180, theoretically. Maybe 90, or 90, that's what it is. So let's try 0 through 360. I mean, that's cool, but not what I want. Yeah, maybe I should call ACT. That'd be pretty funny. Like, I don't know if I would classify that as a circle. Circle-ish. Yeah, the encoder click doesn't work for the blackout either. Very beta. Very beta. Okay, oh, yeah, we're gonna show the fixture editor real quick, I guess. Config, actually config screens. No. Menu. Patch. And I think fixture types. This is just the, oh, cool. So yeah, this is what the editor looks like. So we've got attribute definitions. I don't really know what is in these. Physical descriptions, emitters, and color rendering indexes, indices. Models, base, yoke, head, beam, geometries, DMX modes, revisions, protocols. Interesting. DMX modes. I'm not sure how to actually get into any of this, but it looks like this is like the GDTF file, because I used the GDTF rather than the MA3 library. So this is a MA3 profile specifically for MA3. Okay guys, that's it for now. I'm going to see if I can maybe stream later tonight as well. No promises though. I only have this console for the day. But yeah, thanks for watching, and hope to see you in the next video. See you guys.